everyone, and welcome back to another video on the Grand Market Line. We have some exciting news this week. This week there are sealed tournaments for the Paramount War booster boxes that are coming out. If you're lucky enough to get into one of those, you'll get some really cool cards. I'd like to talk about some of that information coming up. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe below. To begin today's video, if you got into one of these tournaments, you kind of already won because most local stores are giving you the chance to buy one of the Paramount War booster boxes early. That's a huge opportunity. Most of these boxes are going for around $210 on TCG, but some local stores are selling them for as low as $80, maybe all the way up to $120. If you do get your hands on one of these boxes though, you have a huge decision to make. On the secondary market, as we can see, like TCG right here, these boxes are going for $210. If you were fortunate enough to get them for $80 to $120, it might be in your best interest to just hold on to these long term because I think they'll go up, or you could sell it right there and make a huge killing right away. However, some of these tournaments are allowing you to use some of these cards in the tournament itself, which could help you win, get the winner card, and then make you even more money along the way. Or you could just have more fun playing with them in general. If you do plan to sell, I would play it safe and sell at the same time that all of the other booster boxes are being released. We can see below that all the booster boxes are being released on March 10th. So that's probably the time I would start listing it on whatever platform you use, whether that be TCG, eBay, Amazon, etc., any of the above. Next up, let's talk about one of the cards you'll get just for entering the tournament. So just for entering, you'll get a Smoker Leader card. It looks really good, and I've heard great things about it. But let's talk about what I would do as far as monetary value. This is unlike some of the other promo cards because it is a leader card. I'm always hesitant to hold on to promo cards. They hold a lot of value early on, and then they tend to dip. But because this is a leader card, and I'm not sure of any other reprints that are like it or that will have the same artwork as this one, I would probably hold on to this one. I have a good feeling about it. I wouldn't let yours go too easily. If the price is right for you, definitely let it go. Everyone has a different bottom line. But for me, I think this card has a long way to go. I don't know of any reprints in the future that have the same artwork. And for that reason, it seems like a one of a kind, and I want to hold on to mine. Next up that I have on my screen is Borsalino. I wanted to take the time to talk about some of the super rares and what to do if you pull some of them in your booster box in the pre-release tournament. So Borsalino proves to be very strong in the next format. I've looked ahead at some of the black decks, and this card's being ran as a 4 of. What we know about 4 of super rares from OP01 is that they were pretty expensive. You have Trafalgar Law that was expensive for quite some time, and then you have Rono Azoro, I'll pull up right here. That's $28 plus shipping, so $29 overall right now as we speak. Borsalino has a price tag of $25, and again, I've heard the black deck is amongst the top tier decks. He's like an A deck in the next format. Therefore, I think this card is a great buy if you're going in early. I don't think this is a bad price to pick up this card right here. Started talking about Borsalino, I told you that I would tell you why I thought it was a great idea to hold on to the super rares that you pull from the super pre-release tournament. The reason I believe this is because if you go back to some of the super rares from OP01 when they were first released, so I clicked on the past year tab here to show you that in the first couple months from November all the way to January, this card did nothing but spike. I tried to pick popular super rares as well as not as popular super rares. So let me go over to the next one. I have Crocodile up next. Crocodile did the same thing as Boa Hancock. In November, it was released, did nothing but go up, and then it went down a little bit. And then third and not least, we talked about it previously, is Rono Azoro. He started at $16, did nothing but go up from November all the way to January, and then started declining. That's why I think if you get into one of these pre-release tournaments, if you pull any super rares, I would hold on to them. always go in when you feel comfortable. At the end of the day, I'm not a financial advisor, and you have to invest only when you're willing to lose. But when I talk about, I think this card will go up in value, for me, it's I think it will maintain 25, if not go above in the next couple months. But during that whole entire time, I'm getting to play with this card, have fun, use it in the next format, all the above. I'm always trying to weigh both sides. I want to have fun in this game as well as make it pay for itself. So, again, do everything at your own will, and I hope it pays out. I hope I'm able to help. But again, only do it at what you're willing to lose. All right, next up, Boa Hancock. If you've watched any of my videos, you know I love box toppers. Like, love them. I think they're great value from OPO1. However, Boa Hancock sitting at $25 just doesn't feel right to me. I don't know of a box topper in OPO1 that meets that price point at all, and they've been around a little bit longer. And people tend to like the first set more than they do the second set as far as time progresses, which cards they value more. And I just don't see this Boa Hancock holding a $25 price point. For that reason, I would stay entirely away from it. I would maybe try to pick it up between $10 to $15. However, you bring up this Don Quixote, who's 1888. I still don't like this price point. I still think it's entirely too high, but it is ran as a 4 of in the next format for black decks. So if you were going to pick up a box topper early and pay that extra little bit of money for it, this would be the one that I'd probably target. But again, I think you're going to be able to get it cheaper in the next couple weeks. But if you want to just have 4 copies, play it out, flex on people at the tournaments, I don't blame you. It's a really nice looking card. Next up is just the Nekomamushi box topper from OPO1. This was just an example to show you that it's a 4 of in the next format. It's going to be ran a lot, and even it's at 1380 and a top tier deck. Green is great. So just to prove to you, or not even prove, but to just give you a comparison between old box toppers that are really good compared to good box toppers that are coming out. Next up, we have an uncommon card, Curly Dayton. I wouldn't pick any of these cards up at $3.69. I like previous before I brought up an example here. Rhizo is 30 cents plus shipping. Great uncommon card in this format. Will be used in the next format, and it's only $1.30. So again, stay away from cards that are $3.30 that are uncommons, even if they're meta. I just don't see it being worth it. Same applies for this Jozu. This is a rare. It's sitting around $5. It's a red card, similar to Nico Robin. She's used a ton in this format. Will be used a little bit in the next. She's only $2.39. So I definitely think that these cards, these uncommons, these rares are going to get a little cheaper as time progresses. I would definitely stay away from them. However, if you pull them and somebody's willing to buy them off of you, I would probably let them go for the $3 that they're sitting right now. Next up, we have the Edward Newgate, the Whitebeard leader. I would let him go at $4.49 because if you look over here, just like before, we have Zorro, number 1 leader in the format. You're going to see him in the next format. He's sitting at $1.24, so I'm definitely expecting this card to drop in value. Again, if you want to sell it early at one of your pre-sale tournaments, somebody wants to use them real quick, make that $4. That's what I would do. Just some other commons in the set. If you want to pick them up just to have your copies, that's okay. You'll be definitely losing money. You'll probably pull most of them if you get a box anyways. But if you want to have them just to have them, I would. Whoever got these box toppers sitting at $1.29, I think that's a steal. I would take that risk any day. That concludes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please do let me know in the comments below whether you're going to sell some of your super rares, hang on to them. If you agree that they'll go up in price for a few weeks before they'll come back, like I talked about earlier. I'd love to hear all your thoughts. Thank you again.